What's up, you guys? Welcome to another episode of A Spark Ignited. I'm your host, Danielle Nicole, and I'm so excited you guys decided to join me today. You guys, this is the last episode of season 2, and I kid you not, it has been one heck of a roller coaster ride filled with so many ups, so many downs, and so many in-between moments. But what I have learned this year is that no matter what is going on, God is before me, He is with me, and He will never leave me alone. No matter what the circumstance, I know that He is on my side. Like, He has shown up so boldly in my life, you guys. It is just mind-blowing. I can't even list all the ways that He has, but just know that He is faithful. And I'm so excited to bring this episode to you. It has been, I guess, a couple weeks coming, but here I am, ready to give you guys what I've learned this last season, what I'm into now, and what you can expect. All right, so sit back, relax, and I'll dive in.
Welcome to A Spark Ignited. I'm your host, Danielle Nicole Ramsey, here to help you light up your life with inspiration, real talk, and a whole lot of fun. It's time to ignite the spark within you and dive into the stories and wisdom that'll keep you moving forward. Let's make some magic happen.
You guys, I'm on the last episode of season 2 of A Spark Ignited. And you guys heard it here before. A Spark Ignited took 5 years for me to pull the plug on. Obviously, I didn't know the name that I would call my podcast 5 years ago because I was solely just doing fitness things. And it was going to be Fitness Danny, the podcast. But since then, obviously, I have elevated and evolved my brand into Danielle Nicole. And I don't even do fitness things anymore. Every now and then, like if I have a client that wants to come back with certain things, I'm happy to help them. But as far as like taking on new clients, fitness related, it's just not anything that I do anymore. And I'm okay with that. It's like that chapter of my life has ended, and Fitness Danny will always be me because I am a fitness queen. I love to take my body to the next level. I love giving myself challenges that will never not be something that I continue to do. But as far as, you know, having it be a part of the brand, it's just not. And I'm happy to let it go and let it be in the hands of others. Right now, I'm solely focused on speaking. I'm solely focused on authorship and just being creative in that space. And it has warranted me so many great opportunities to spread my wings when it comes to speaking and, you know, taking my authorship to the next level. I am a 7 times published author, and it just blows my mind. I have 7 books and 2 novels that I released this year. You guys, and I did that in season 2. Season 2 brought, like I said, so many ups and downs and in between moments. But my goodness, just to look back on this past season and see all that has transpired and all that I was able to achieve, it really just goes to show you that once you keep putting one foot in front of the other, all you can do is make progress. And I'm so happy with the progress I've made so far. Okay, so season 2 has also been so much fun because I was able to have 7 wonderful guests join me on A Spark Ignited. I've had Rochelle Maree, Busie Matsiko, Jason Altidor. We had Jamar Pinkston, Brittany Ramsey, Tepra Wells, and Rochelle Maree. You guys, I enjoyed every last one of you. You guys brought something different to the table, something new to my audience, so that they can learn and, you know, research if they wanted to after the episode. But I had so much fun with you guys. You guys brought something along to A Spark Ignited that was just fun and full of energy. And you guys taught us about mental fitness and authorship and, you know, building a brand, building your bank account, you know, being rooted in joy, being a brand global ambassador, starting your own podcast, just everything in between, you know, having your own fitness brand and being someone who is a leading and shining example in your own right. And you guys all lead by example. I'm so happy and thankful you guys said yes to being on A Spark Ignited. As I said, it just was one of the highlights of the season for me to have 7 completely different guests, but all just with the same common denominator, and it's helping people become their best selves. Every last one of them preached that in one way or another. And I'm so thankful that you guys came on. I'm happy to see you guys' journey. You guys are out there killing it and kicking butt and taking names. And I'm always rooting for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me on this season. Okay, so I mentioned that I said Rochelle Maree's name twice in the last segment. I meant to say Ashriel Huber. Thank you so much for joining me as well. She's such a rock star and actually had me on her podcast called And Curious, and we had the time of our lives. You guys, I am just so thankful, like I said, just for everyone saying yes to me. Thank you so much, Ashriel. Also, I want to mention that I am starting another tour with Barnes & Noble this year. It actually kicks off in a little under 2 weeks, May 24th. First location being Fairview Heights, Illinois. I will also link the locations that I will be joining this upcoming summer here in the description. So if you want to come see me, I would love to meet you guys in person. And I'm taking Hearts in Motion and More Than Before on tour. Those are my brand new novels that I released this year. They follow Ethan and Samantha on their quest for love and more than before, just offering them the life of their dreams, basically. And More Than Before is just simply changing the narrative of how we see love, view love, and how we allow it into our lives. You guys, these novels are such great love stories. They are everything. I love them so much. I'm so proud of them. They're doing so well on the charts right now in contemporary romance, and it's only going to continue to elevate from here on out because, as I mentioned, they're just so good. They're too good. You don't want to put them down. So to see me at Barnes & Noble on tour, make sure you check the description below and get ready to read all about Ethan and Samantha in Hearts in Motion and More Than Before. It's so funny how when I started this season, we were in a completely different year in 2024. So we have gone through Thanksgiving, Christmas, a brand new year, now entering 2025. We've covered Valentine's Day. We've entered spring. I feel like this was the longest 20 weeks ever, to be honest with you. And you know what? Like I said, I learned so much. I had high expectations for season 2 and for certain things to unfold in my life over this past season. Some things have, some things I'm still waiting on. But in between parts of it all, the waiting part, right? I've gone through so many highs and lows, mainly lows. And I'll be honest with that because I'm going through a life transition right now and things are just a little bit different in my world. And it was really hard for me to, I guess, come to terms with certain things. And I was going through it, allowing myself to go through all the motions, all the feels, everything I felt. I didn't want to shy away from feeling my true emotions on such life-altering and changing things that were taking place in my life. Hence a couple weeks being off with A Spark Ignited. But you know, I am on the other side of it all now. And I can honestly say that because, like I said in the intro, God has just been with me and He has let me know so many wonderful things about my life and what He wants to do with my life and where it's going. And I believe Him because even in my waiting period, even when I didn't understand, even when I was kind of mad at God, let's just be real, because I'm like, yo, what is happening? I'm doing everything you say, you know, but at the same time, He was like, listen, you just have to trust my timing, not your own. And I'm someone that is a natural control freak and wants to do things the way I want to do it. And it has been a work in progress, letting God steer the wheel, you know, in my life. But Lord knows I am so intentional about continuing to progress in that area because I trust Him with my life. I trust Him with the direction of my life. I trust Him, period. It doesn't with my life, with anything, whatever He wants to happen. I know that it's going to be for the good of my life and for the lives of the people that I'm meant to impact. So yeah, God has just shown Himself so boldly. I'm so just happy and grounded and just in my expectancy era, you know, and just becoming, you know, the Danielle Nicole that He wants me to become. And again, it's not easy, but it's so worth it. The work is so worth it. Once everything was revealed and I received the revelation that he gave me on my life, I was able to sleep a lot better. And in due time, pretty sure I'll be able to share it in some way, shape, or form. It's more for my family, but at the same time, you can't hide certain evidence, So, I'm really blessed. I'm blessed to just be on this journey. I'm blessed to be in this mindset. I'm blessed to be in a season of trust and in faith, walking by faith, because I don't know the unknown. None of us do, but I trust the unknown. I trust the path that God has on my life, and I trust this journey. I'm enjoying this journey. I'm enjoying it more, being able to accept the downs of the journey, I guess, which we'll just call those just, waiting seasons, or the waiting part of the journey, But, it's all part of it. It's all part of the plan. Nothing just happens overnight. Rome isn't built in a day. Just because God reveals something to us, and our purpose and what it is that he has for us to do while we're here in the world doesn't mean it's going to all happen when we think it's going to happen. Enjoy the journey. I mean that in every way, because if you don't enjoy it, you're going to miss so much of it. And that's one of the things I don't want for myself anymore. I don't want to miss the journey. The journey is part of the plan. You guys, I'm just so happy that I was able to have season 2 of A Spark Ignited. And you guys, when I come back for season 3 in the fall, we're just going to keep on the up and up. Everything is just going to keep evolving and elevating and changing for the better. I'm going to continue to be better. When I come back in the fall, I'm going to be the mom of a 16-year-old girl. She's going to be a sophomore later this year. I'm going to be a brand new aunt. Listen, my life is about to change in so many different ways. My career is going to take off. Everything in my life is going to take off. Everything is going to just be the best that it's ever been. And I truly believe that with my whole heart. Thank you guys so much for riding with me for season 2. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for hanging in there with me. You guys, I love you so much. Have the best summer ever. I'll see you guys in the fall. Peace.
Thank you for tuning into A Spark Ignited. If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who needs inspiration. Remember, the spark you need is already within you. Keep fanning the flame. Until next time, take care and stay inspired.